Hello, hello. Please come in. There's some fresh cookies in the cookie jar. There's a pitcher of Kool-Aid on the counter. Have a seat. We'll put a movie on for you. This is Movies at Grandma's House for a special live 50th episode where we look at the movies from the past to see if they're good by our modern eyes and Grandma approves. And I'm your host, Isaac. You mean that wimpy deer? And who's joining me to recover the Sandlot?
This is Seth. The same guy?
Welcome everybody to Grandma's house. This is fantastic. We are so just I don't know what the word is for. We made it, Seth. 50 episodes. What do you think?
I don't believe it.
I can't either. This is just fantastic. We have so much going on, but it's unbelievable. Like, it's just crazy to think we've got a lot going on. This is geared towards the Sandlot because it was our first episode that we did, and we thought we got to do something special. We got to do a live event. We got to get some feedback from our listeners, and we've got comments coming in. We're not going to ignore you guys, but this is an episode, so we're going to be talking. We're going to be doing the reviews. Stick around though, because we'll get your comments going. We're going to have, instead of normally we look at online reviews, we want to hear your reviews. So just like we would normally in the episode, we'll look to you guys. So we're counting on you guys. Be sure, wait till the end so we can find it. Don't put it right now. We're gonna have to sift through all the comments to find you, but we'll kind of call it out. We'll be like, hey, right now, if you got any memories, you got any reviews, we'll be sure to give you those shout outs, and we'll give you some shout outs as we're doing this too. But just want to make you guys aware, we're not gonna be able to give to every comment. So just have fun. This is going to be a fun night. We're just kind of celebrating our 50 episodes. I mean, again, how you feeling with all this, Seth?
It's like how it's overwhelming me how much joy this has brought over the time. Like, it's just like a short period of time, but I feel like so much has happened in my life and it's just brought me so much joy.
Yeah. I've been looking forward to this for a while too, because again, we're going live, but stick around. We're going to have a giveaway. This is just our giveaway. We want to give a big shout out to movieposters.com because we have our monthly giveaway, and that's courtesy of movieposters.com. So go check movieposters.com out because they are our sponsors. They are awesome. Check them out. But this is just us. This is us just saying we want to give back to you guys as a big thank you for supporting us. We've been at this for over a year now. I mean, it's crazy. We've been at this and we've been just having an absolute blast. So I'll touch on a few of the comments though. I see if you got to have it. Carolina Girl, as you're killing me, Smalls. There it is. Thank you, Carolina Girl. And Galga Guy, Bambi. Yes. I thought you said the great Bambi. There's a hello
here.
And I think we got Ben on. Hi, Ben. He says hello to us. So thank you so much. And I got to give Carolina Girl another one because she's got the quotes going. I'm going to call them out there. Keep this podcast going for
Nice.
Love it. That's awesome. So thank you guys for joining. We're just wanting to have a fun time. Just share this with you because we normally, we do these episodes pre-recorded and then you get to look forward to it. Well, we're doing it live. So you get to experience it. It's not going to be maybe quite as smooth, but it's still going to be a lot of fun. That's all we can really say. So again, I guess if you've never seen this movie, be aware we're going into spoiler territory. We always like to say, be aware we're going into spoilers. So let's kick this thing off and feel free to comment as we're discussing. Again, we'll try to touch on. Just want to make you guys aware. We might not get to every single one of your comments, so just have fun, with your camaraderie. But let's start back with it. Like, again, with this movie, it was released. Let me go ahead and just do the stats again. It's like I'm off my game a little bit with it being live. It's exciting stuff. This is great. I love it. So yes, we're going to be considering a little movie called The Sandlot. This is our remaster, we're calling it, recover, what have you. It was released back on April 7th, 1993. And the box office, I see it was, I'm not seeing actually the budget. That's a new one. I thought that it was on there. I'm sorry about that. Box office though, it was 34.3 million. And some of the reviews, just kind of looking around, IMDb 7.8 out of 10, Rotten Tomatoes 66%, Google users about 84%. So just kind of the usual. What we do is we kind of glance around, just seeing some statistics on the movie, but we've done this before, but still, just kind of as a refresher, what are some of your first memories with this movie, Seth?
See, I go back. This sounds ridiculous. I go back and forth trying to remember if I saw this in theaters or not. And I don't remember seeing it in theaters, but I remember seeing it when it was new. So, like, it might have just came out, like, on video or something. And I saw this over and over and over. And it puts me in the mind every watch of, like, every time that I watch it, like, all the times that I've seen it. And it's like, I'm just like, I just feel so like it's fun. I don't know how else to say it. So I have really positive memories of this, and it goes back a while, but I can't go back to that first viewing quite yet. I can't remember it.
Yeah, that I think it was the same for me. I don't recall seeing it in the theaters. You would have thought this was one we probably would have went and saw. I can think of a couple other baseball movies. It seems like we saw in theaters, but for some reason not. Exact same. Isn't that funny? Like I just recall more home.
Of
Yeah,
all movies, too, why would we forget? Our first viewing.
it's so weird. It's just like, but I just have a lot of early memories of seeing this a lot, a lot. It was just, I don't know. It was a universally enjoyed in the household, and I mean, we'll get into why. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, we'll definitely touch on why. But that's my early memories of it. And then uh, again, we went back and we did this a year ago. We covered it, but I'm curious, what was your expectations then when it came to watching it again and doing it for this episode?
I was looking forward to this one, rewatching it again so much that within a couple of days I watched it again. Like, I watched it twice. So not only did that, but I listened to our podcast of it twice, just so
Wow.
I could get really fresh what we said and what we didn't say, so I could be prepared. But I really, with the rewatch, I was so excited. I don't recall being more excited to watch anything we've covered so far.
Awesome. I mean, that's my expectation is the same. I'm just like, I just want to enjoy it. I mean, not to, I won't go into too much specifics, but we had a fun weekend. The kids, one of my kids decided to get injured and just wasn't feeling good. And then we had a nice stomach bug going around where kids are, yeah, it was just, I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm here to dwell on the positive. And one of the positives is I was like, let's put Sandlot on, kind of cheer you up. Let's feel better. Let's heal up. Let's
Yeah,
feel better. And this is that kind of movie. Spoiler again, we're going to talk about our thoughts stuff, but yeah, my expectation was, well, this will be a nice, like, it's that big bowl of macaroni and cheese. It's a comfort food just to put on to feel better. And that was my expectations when upon the rewatch for me. It was like,
yeah,
let's feel better. Let's
yeah.
enjoy this movie for what it is.
It is like comfort food. And very much so. It brings me. It just brings me so much inner happiness when I watch it, especially I would say the second half of the movie. Like, I feel this comfort when I watch. It's like a warm blanket.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree with that. Well, what we normally do, we'll just maybe do a quick synopsis of it, but we still, we got to do what grandma does. She's going to pick the movie out. So she's going to take the VHS out of the cover. She's going to put the VCR and press play. So let's give it a little bit of let's see if it'll come through. All right. So Seth, why don't you give just a quick summary? It doesn't have to be the normal plot rewind, but just a quick summary.
I would say the movie focuses on a boy named Scotty Smalls. He moves into a new town at the end of the school year, and he desperately wants to make friends but doesn't know how. And then a nearby neighbor, Benny, befriends him, and they play baseball for fun, and that's what they do. And so the movie basically takes place on a Sandlot, and he makes friends over the summer, and it's like happily ever after, I guess is what you could say.
Absolutely. That's a great. That's pretty much it. And then there's a so-called killer dog mixed in there, and then
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm
the
sorry.
bee. But that's no, that's the plot. So I mean, when you're watching this movie, it's like I like to always hear because you're taking in a movie. You know, that's especially if it's at grandma's house. I got so immersed in movies as I was watching them. So I always like to ask that, like, what are your first impressions? So I'm like to ask you, what is your first impressions even to this day? What kind of sticks out to you?
I said it in the first. We both said it in the first episode that the children's acting to me sticks out the most. I was gonna save this for later, but I feel compelled to say it now. My two favorite characters in this movie are not what you would think.
Oh
I
yeah,
like Bill, Dennis Leary, and James Earl Jones as the best, for me, the best characters in the movie. I feel like their scenes are so good that they make the movie what it is, if that makes sense. And
yeah.
the child acting is beyond what you could ask for. But those two characters, for me, they make the movie.
That's a good point. It's just interesting the dynamics of their characters. They're not in the movie, but maybe 10 minutes
Yeah.
together, put together, maybe 10, 15 minutes. But what you're saying is true. And you can kind of throw his mom in there, Small's
Yeah.
mom, but they're kind of that stability because we are following these kids and it's chaotic. You know, they get into trouble. They're, the whole coined phrase, boys will be boys. They're doing all kinds of stuff, and it's like when they are in those scenes, I don't know. I feel the same way. Like they're definitely one of my favorites. It's hard to there's so many great characters in this. It's hard to like pick a favorite, but they are up there because of that stability. There's just something about Bill, just as much as again, he's not in it very much. He just his presence. He's adapting to this new blended family, and it works. I don't know why it works. He's a very good father, and again, he's a baseball fan. You know, obviously the whole premise is that Babe Ruth baseball it gets hit over the fence to the beast. That's his, and yeah, I love him, and then James Earl Jones. Yeah, like I mean, he's legendary. The acting alone, but I love. I think they just have really good lines. Is that what it is? Is that what you think it is? Like their quotes?
It's part of it. It's their delivery. For
Yeah.
me, they're so earnest in what they're saying. It makes it real. And like you were saying, there's stability. They add a stability to the film. They cement it to make it seem what it is. If it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't like it as much.
I could see that. I mean, I would still enjoy it because it's baseball. Like
Oh, it's
this
still a
is the
great
same.
movie, regardless.
Right.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be as top tier to me. I don't think as it is. I consider this one of my favorites of all time, and we've spoke about it. I don't know how many hours off camera and microphone we spoke about this movie.
Yes. That's just a classic. But you make good points because it's the delivery. I totally agree with that. Um, my favorite is a couple from James Earl Jones specifically. My favorite is he's standing there kind of questioning him about it, and he's rolling the ball
hmm
a little touch like that. I don't know why, but it adds to his character because he's like, no, it was my dad's, and he's like, what did he say? It's like I stand corrected. You're dead where you stand. Like
Yeah,
that line is so just beautifully delivered. And then it just plays into that. Like you feel it. Like Small is probably like oh, like melting. Like because he's kind of like oh, come on in, let's talk and everything. But then when he hears his like oh yeah, you're in trouble. It's like
my
that.
favorite line in the whole movie that I've watched it back so many times now is the where he says, "You'd be the first to to be you'll be the first to ever get what is it? Get one over on old Hercules or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, that line is my favorite. It's become my favorite line because I love the way he says it so casually. It was just it's just so brilliant.
Another little touch is we're just making this the James Earl Jones episode,
Yes, why
but
not?
it's great. It's great, legendary. He's like you've known Babe Ruth or something like that, and he tells him he's like, I got a lot of stuff. Go look, I got a lot of stuff over there, and they go walk over, and the way they edit it
Yeah.
and shoot that scene, he's got some tea, and he just goes like, and he just smiles real big. I love that. I love it because it's like that whole like go look. He knows they're gonna geek out about it. I love that scene. Just little stuff like that.
And then also too, if I could break in, I feel like a lot of it is he's so lonely because he never really spends time with them. Having someone to share that with was like beyond what he could imagine. And so I thought that was really well delivered too. Like that whole scene to me cemented the film. It was just so good. And then like we brought on the first time we did this, how they asked, let's just go ahead and knock on the door and see if we get the ball back. And then he tells them they could have done that, and they all throw their gloves at Squints.
That's one of my favorite parts too. Like, well, you should have knocked on the door. I would have got it for you. Hitting them. Oh man, that's what I love about this movie. I mean, we could go on about James Earl Jones and Dennis O'Leary. I mean, they're fantastic. But
yeah,
what I think I love about this movie is it just brings me back to childhood. Like that moment we just touched on of like they're hitting them. That I felt like one of the guys. Like as much as that was childhood. You just mess around with each other and stuff like that. You have somebody in the group just speak up like, nah, let's not do that. And then like later on you find out we should have done that. And you would do that. You'd be like, why did you make us do that? Little moments, they're so little and they're almost a blink and you can miss them. But again, I've seen it many times. You've seen it so many times. We eat those up.
So before we move on, because you said, we've talked a lot about them. I understand that. I do want to mention one more thing. Listening back to our podcast, we both hit on this really hard. But the scene where they're playing catch, and Dennis Leary was amazing in that. Mm-hmm. We talked about that for a while. But when he says you got to watch out for the curve, what I was thinking is he's from Massachusetts. And they have great one-liners there, and that showcased his wicked sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like it was his wicked sense of humor that showed when he delivered that line, and that's why it was so good.
Yes, yeah, I think I commented on that. Like that's also one of my favorite. That
you did.
So, like I've commented on James Earl Jones. That's my favorite of Dennis O'Leary. It's just he does this. It's not just sorry, whatever. He's just kind of like sorry. Gotta look out for that curve. Kind of bragging on himself a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it though.
It's awesome. All right, we can move on. I'm sorry.
We can always come back.
No, we've been hogging the show with them.
I could talk about them all day. I just don't know if everybody wants to hear that, but it's great. I mean, I totally agree with you on that. They are the bright spots. Any scene they're in, I love them. But the premise obviously is called The Sandlot. So yeah, let's open it up again, like going back to the other characters. And there's so many. Again, it's so hard to think of a favorite, but what are some of your other favorite characters or just ones that come to mind?
I'm sorry, I'm reading that new comment that came in. The real Benjamin Smith. I think Smalls gave himself the black eye more than the ball did, which actually, when I was watching that back today, I was watching that and he really does slam his glove. Like he's like really like, I agree with that comment.
Yeah, it's a good comment.
So you asked about opening up to the movie. If I could say another thing I wrote down, I didn't write much down, but I wrote this down. This movie was and is a staple in my life for sure. It's a wonderful movie to put on and escape reality for a bit, and it really takes you back to that time, that era. And they pulled it off so well. I think like time period pieces are really hard to make, and they did it so easily And we talked about it too on the previous time we covered about how they shot this in 42 days. And I don't know of any movie that's shot like that that's this good.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. I mean, that usually movies take a long time to shoot, and you have to go and you go. They scout locations, and they have to shoot all over the place because of the price and everything. And they just were able to just do it and get it done. And I'm blown away.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of great baseball movies, but this is always going to be one of the tops, if not the top for me. It made me think, this is maybe sidetracking a little bit, but I am interested, and feel free everyone to comment too. I'm trying to think, like, aren't a lot of baseball movies set in the past? I mean, you got A League of Their Own. They've done a lot of historical movies, I know. You've got like your Jackie Robinson. You got
Yeah, I feel like the Natural was way after.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. They
yeah,
might
yeah,
that might have been some. I mean, we've covered like Rookie of the Year. That was back during about that time frame, 90s and stuff. But
yeah.
it does make me wonder, like, if you're gonna make a baseball movie today, what would it be like if they set it in the 90s? Wouldn't that be an interesting movie? Like, do a 90s era, kind of like they did with the Sandlot, because it was made in the 90s, but they set it more in like the 60s era. So you're talking 30 years. That's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Totally sidetracking, I know right now, but just popped in my head. Like, if they were going to make a movie today, like the Sandlot, it
Yeah.
would be set in the 90s. Kind of perspective on it. It's like, I guess we're getting old. I'm sorry. Put that in there. Yeah. But yeah, highlight that. Yeah, I'm gonna highlight that. Real Benjamin Smith. Thank you.
It's true though.
Yeah, it would not be interesting to me. I'm sorry. No knock
Oh.
against kids today, but I don't know. There's
Well,
something about
there's nothing wrong with being interested in different things, but it's kids generally don't take an interest in sports as much as they used to. That's why I'm laughing at it.
yeah,
And it's true. It's very true.
yeah. I think that's probably what it is. But yeah, open it back up to. I mean, again, the focal point is more on the kids on the
Oh yeah,
nine.
you asked for the characters. I am so
Yeah,
sorry.
we're
I went way off.
that's what's so great about this. We could be talking about anything, but we're still touching on the Sandlot. So yeah, going back to, there's so much we could pack in on that, but just what comes to mind.
So I was going to save this for the end of the podcast, but listening back to the opening episode, I remembered that after we were done, there were a few things that we forgot to highlight, but one of them was Brandon Quentin Adams as Kenny the Heater de Nunez, the pitcher. We
Yeah,
did talk about him, but it was very briefly right at the end.
yeah.
And he went on to star in several things, and he's a phenomenal actor. I loved him in Sandlot. He was so funny. Um, I got one for you, I got a heater for you, or whatever, and
Mhm.
it's just so funny. And I thought he was one of the taller kids, I think, in the cast, and I always kind of looked up to his character when I was little. So
Yeah.
I thought that like he was a really cool guy, and I wanted to be a pitcher, so like that's kind of, I guess, why I was looking up to him. But yeah, I mean, there's several characters. Oh, I
Got the dog.
apologize. I might have to mute myself for a second here.
No, I agree with you on he throws the heater. I think it's interesting how um one of my other favorite lines is they're in the treehouse. That's obviously the famous, you're killing me, Smalls line is that camp out, but they're talking about the beast and this legend of the beast and how anybody that goes over that fence never comes back. And what I always thought stuck out to me is Ham says, I know a kid that went over there, but he never came back. And it was Nunez who says, "Nuh-uh, he wasn't." I don't know why, but he was so fitting for him to be the one to speak up. He just had that perfect, "Nuh-uh, that's not real." And then Ham's just like, "Yeah, he did. He eats this more. He got eaten." I don't know why that always cracks me up. Just that little, it's all about delivery. Like, that's the other thing I'll touch on is just the delivery of the quotes, the delivery of lines, and the emotion that's behind it. I don't know. It's just it feels like you're kind of lacking that in movies nowadays. I don't know. Maybe again that goes back to him getting old, but I just appreciate that so much about this movie, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. The it's one of the most quotable movies I think I've ever seen, and the when I say that, like I think of Casablanca, I think of Gone with the Wind. There's some comedies out there, but it's definitely one of the more quotable movies.
And Seth's dog sitting, but you know, no worries, Seth. We just the dog's wanting to chime in as well. We're talking about a dog in Hercules, the beast. So it wants to get its get its say on there. But um, yeah, I mean, going back to there's so many characters. I just Smalls is always the relatable one. I think all of us can relate to Smalls in some way. I especially did growing up because we moved, and it was shortly after this movie had come out. So going back to, I recall watching this at home. I mean, this was after I had moved. I was adjusting, trying to make friends, trying to adjust to a new environment, and that's kind of Smalls' character. He's kind of out of place. He's that awkward one, but he's more or less, it's just he's in a new environment because as time goes on, you see him bonding. He's connecting with all of them. It's not just Benny. Benny's that, you know, just Benny's just awesome. Like I'm like he's like the perfect character. Like what flaw does Benny have? He's just awesome. Going along with more characters, but like Smalls obviously connects with him, but he also connects with more. So that's what I really appreciate about his character. Benny was always one. You talk about Nunez. Benny, obviously, he's kind of the, if not the main character, the 1A, 1B main character. And yeah, I couldn't help but just love watching Benny because obviously he's the best player. He's got that, everybody knows he's going on. He even says it at the end. Smalls, the narrator, we knew he was going to go on to bigger and better things. Like that's his character. But he's grounded. He's not this boastful character of just like, I'm hot stuff. I mean, he even says when it's really hot outside, he's like, come on, man, I need to practice. A person that feels like I'm hot stuff, I'm better than anyone else, a lot of times is like, I don't need to practice. I'm the best. But that wasn't his. It was like, no, I want to get better. And that's something I just really appreciated about Benny's character too. When you actually look at it, yeah, he's awesome and great player and all these things, but also he's a down to earth. And I remember those kids that I would go, to school with or whatever, just super nice, just always go out of their way to help you out. I mean, he's constantly giving Smalls a glove or a baseball cap or something. I mean, we touched on that the first time. I can't go on enough about his character. But yeah, any other characters? What else comes to your mind?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Test 1, 2.
Squints is quite a character.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite a character. There was Ham.
Yeah, who can forget those? Yeah.
The other guys, they took a back seat a little bit, but they were still cool in their own way. I feel like they might not have had as much dialogue. I think that's the problem.
Right.
Because they all had really great personalities. That's not a question. And their acting was all wonderful. But I go back to like Squints and I think about he's got a lot of dialogue in the movie.
He does.
And he went on to do a lot of funny things too. He was in House Guest, played the son in that movie. He wanted to be a basketball player and he couldn't shoot a basket. It was hilarious. Phil Hartman was like, "You're gonna have to do better than that if you want to make it in the big leagues, son." But Squints was great. I keep coming back to this line, and I think you mentioned it in the first episode we covered it, where he goes, "Every summer of my adult life." He's like 13.
Yes.
Oh, I love that line.
I do too. I don't care how many times I see it. I chuckle every time when I get to that. I've been coming here every summer my adult life.
And then Ham, he always is giving Smalls a hard time, and then he goes, "I taught him everything he knows."
Yes, I love that too. Like that's where he hits the Babe Ruth ball over the fence, and that's my other favorite line of his is, Smalls is just in this distraught, oh, what have I done? And he starts walking towards center field. And he's like, what is he doing? And Ham comes running. It's the way, again, the delivery. There's just something about the delivery. He comes kind of trotting and he's doing this as he does it. I don't know why. I find that hilarious. He's just like, you forgot the turn, like for third base. Another one I just thought that's
yeah.
If you haven't caught already, we love the line, we love the quotes, we love this. The writing is, it still holds up. It's just so good. It's so clever. And if you're a baseball fan, I mean, there's little things you'll pick up on and just enjoy. And I mean, there's a pickle, talking about that, and then sometimes they get in that, and that's what's I don't know, just so enjoyable. Again, I think you don't have to love baseball, but if you do, like we had that kind of in our upbringing, in our childhood, where we are very heavy into baseball in some shape or form. It's like, this is just the perfect movie. I can't think of a better. I mean, there was a lot of baseball movies, don't get me wrong, but this one just, I don't know what it was. This one just hit on it so well. Yeah. Anything else though? I mean, there's so much, again, we can unpack. It could be the plot. It can be any fun facts you do want to share. You kind of wanted to keep this close to your chest too. So whatever you'd like to share.
So I want to say one more thing, and I've already brought this up in the first episode. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but what I really it catches me every time I watch it. It's the 4th of July party where there's fireworks in town, and I'm a sucker for that scene. It's just so well shot, and even the kids, they can feel their energy through the screen, and it's like.
Yeah.
It's so endearing. Do you want to hear I live in this little town?
Yeah. And when they're playing, that takes me back to childhood.
Yeah.
Doing stuff at night in the dark. I mean, you feel it. At least I mean, I do every time I watch it. It's like I'm back being a kid again, and just that
goodness.
Staying up late, it's nighttime. You like, we would play the, hide and go seek, or I forget, it's called like manhunt or something. Like, you hide, instead it's hide and go seek in reverse. So one person goes hide, and when you find them, you hide with them.
Gotcha.
That I mean, they're playing baseball, but it's just, I don't know, that feeling comes back in that scene, and it's only a, I don't know, 30-second scene, but it just captures that so well, I think.
You unlocked a memory for me. I've talked about it on previous podcasts that my oldest brother, would build like a little stadium, like a little, infield, at the first house I grew up at. And the second house, he built like a full, like, I don't know, it's more than an infield. It was like a slight outfield as well. But we used to record some of our games on VHS, and we did a night game, and you can't see anything. It's so funny. You reminded me of that. I was like, I haven't thought about that in like 20 years.
That's amazing. Like, it didn't dawn on you guys of like, you're not gonna have the lights.
It was hilarious, but on the VHS, you really couldn't see anything.
Right. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, you see those night games on TV. I mean, I used to love watching baseball. 90s was just special. That's just, maybe that's what it also captures when I'm watching this, is 90s baseball, like actual baseball too, taking those memories back. And just, I'm a Reds fan. I listen to my dad would put the radio on. He had his own business painting apartments, and I can still visualize that little radio. It's got paint all over it, but he's got it set out, and he's going in a room just rolling. But we have, it's 700 WLW. That's the Cincinnati AM station. They would broadcast, and still to this day they do that. But it was Marty Brenneman, Joe Nuxall. Anytime they play like little clips, recaps, it takes me back to that, like those spring, summers of baseball. So, I mean, going back to, we just have that in our roots of baseball. So this movie just really hits on it, and it's so clever. It's not just the typical, kids getting together and having baseball, which would have been great, but it's got several different storylines going on of Smalls moving, and he's
Mhm.
trying to adjust with his dad, but then he takes his dad's baseball because he wants to fit in
Mhm.
and hits it over a fence. And it's this like, larger than life dog they keep talking about. And now they got to get it back. I just thought that was so clever. I mean, what'd you think of the plot? Just that premise overall.
Also being clever, they talk about because they show two pickles in the game, and then they use the expression pickle about the dog.
Yeah.
And I love that because it's so fitting, and you don't really think about it until you're after the scene's over, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that was okay." And so it's pretty cool. I mean, it's so well put together. It just blows my mind how well it was made. I do have some fun facts if you want to cram about like four of them in. They're real small.
You share as
Uh,
much as you want, and we'll explain after you're done what we're getting at. Just fire
okay,
away.
okay. So the first one is the writer and director David Mickey Evans has stated that all the child actors had such a wonderful summer working on the film to the point that they considered it the greatest summer of their lives. So, me personally, I must say, of course, all you as proof is the film. You can tell you don't need to tell people that was the best summer of their lives. You can see it happening.
Yeah.
Um, the second one was all of the Sandlot kids are wearing PF Flyers or Converse Chuck Taylors throughout the movie. So that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I was kind of thought it was, but I wasn't sure. So that's really cool. Um,
It seemed like the scene where the actual like prep team meets him on the
mhm,
Sandlot and the legendary trash talking. We talked about it on the last one. I mean, we could have
mhm.
brought out more, but it's like it shows their feet. And I thought I remember catching. I'm like, it looks like they got PF Flyers on already because Benny of course busts them out at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
But yeah, I thought I saw that. It does add up now. It's like I thought I saw him, but it was so
yeah.
quick. It was just a
That's
quick.
so cool. And I brought out too in the first episode that we did that the sales of the shoes went up higher after the movie came out. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, makes
Um,
sense.
so Ham Porter's famous line, "You're killing me, Smalls," is a paraphrase of a famous quote, "They're killing me out there," spoken by Denver Broncos coach Lou Saban. The line was also paraphrased in the previous year in another baseball themed film, A League of Their Own.
Hmm. That's interesting. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't remember any
I
of
know
that.
it.
I
No,
own the movie, I just don't remember the line.
interesting, huh? That's a new one. Good one.
So the
Yeah.
last one I've got for you is a lot of fans, especially millennial generation, have considered this film to be a big part of their childhood because they can relate to the story of friendship shown. It's also considered a must-watch summer movie, which I think Ben in one of the comments said that he watches it every summer. So it tells the truth.
Yeah. I mean, I think he moves in the spring. So I mean, we're technically in the spring. I think spring, summer. Yeah, just baseball season. Bust this out in the baseball season. I mean, summer it does kind of click a little bit more because they go to the pool. There's a hot day, and it kind of matches the tone. Because and also July, says it's July 4th there in the one scene. So yeah, it definitely matches. I mean, but you could put this on all year too. But it does have a special feeling
Yeah.
when you can put it on in the summertime. So, well, we normally like to look around and see what kind of reviews out there. We do have one, and it's from the real Benjamin Smith. You want to read that one, Seth?
Says I would take it home to grandma's house, and hide extra copies in the attic in case it gets scratched. I need a funny line. I need a funny name for him though, like the real Benjamin Smith 2.0 or something like that. I don't know to go along with our regulars.
It'd be funny if you had like the real Benjamin Smith, but it was like 235.
Yeah, we need like some fake names for some people.
put a number after it,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean it. I agree. That's not actually a bad strategy of um that way you have extra copies because
Yeah.
I think if I, I'm trying to think back if we owned it, I think we let someone borrow it, never got it back, but it seemed like someone
Oh,
always had it,
yeah.
like so the amount of times we could watch it, it was like we never had that issue. If that makes
I
sense.
feel like I feel like this is one of those movies you own, and you also have a backup copy, like on VHS, like you recorded over like one of the TV like networks that recorded played it for like summer break or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like one of those movies.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's also it was on TV a lot,
Yeah.
so you can just. It just felt like I never was at a loss. But I like your thinking there, real Benjamin Smith, because that's true. Just get it several times, nothing wrong with that. Like, but you would take it home. So I'm going to say that's your rating is taking it home if you want that many copies of it. I happened to see just I was curious and I was looking at different reviews. One was we normally like to go to IMDb. I saw was Quinona1984 said one of the greatest childhood films ever. What do you think of that?
I like it. I agree with it.
I mean, that's
Well
I
said.
saw that and was like, yeah, yeah, I agree.
Well said.
They only gave it an 8 out of 10 though, so I was like, it's one of the greatest ever, but you only gave it an 8 out of 10. That's still a good rating. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, oh, really? And then it was like, oh,
Okay, so Gallagher Guy 88 says you own backup copy. You watch it anytime it's on streaming service TV. He doesn't know me very well because I own physical copies of about every so many movies, and I can stream them on a lot of different platforms. I still like having the physical copies just in case. You never know. So that's for me. I like the physical copies. It's nice to have just in case.
yeah. That's I don't know. It's just good to have the backup in case, and especially we touched on it just how with streaming is anymore. It's like it's there today, it's gone tomorrow, so you just never know. I think this is one of those movies you should just own because if you have a collection where you like to showcase your favorites, I mean this it's going to be in mine. I mean that's no surprise, but I mean if you feel the same way, yeah, make sure you own a copy in some capacity because even if you're like, I can stream it. It just feels like it's always gonna, I don't know, right when you want to go watch it, that's when they take it off. They somehow have timed it. I don't know how they do it, but it's happened to me several times. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember seeing this on there, and I go and it's gone. So I don't know. It's frustrating. So we, I guess, could get down to our reviews. Not that it's probably gonna be much of a shocker, but we can kind of share a little bit more. We just kind of did more of an overview going back to, this is our 50th episode. This is we're just doing like a remaster, whatever you want to call it, recover. We used to do scene for scene. We used to go through each scene of the movie, and that was a lot of fun. But I kind of like the simple approach because that welcomes more people to get their input, hear from other people as well. But yeah, keeping that in mind, we're covering this for the second time. I'm gonna say nothing's changed, but I still have to ask you, Seth, when it comes to the movie The Sandlot, how are you gonna rate it? Are you gonna take it home? You gonna leave it at grandma's, or are you gonna hide it in the attic?
I'm gonna take this home, of course.
It's pretty obvious, I think. So we got some more comments coming in. I'm just gonna simply say this is a take it home. I mean, it's
Okay.
a question I was gonna put out to everybody. When it comes to how we used to do our recaps, we would actually rank the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So we have done 49 movies now. At the very least, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm not going to say for you to rank all 49 in order right now. I put that up to the question: would you want us to do something like that? Because in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if people want to sit there and hear us ranking 49 movies that we've covered. But I will put you on the spot. Do you have any idea where this would line up in your top 49? You're gonna have, or do you have to kind of look at it?
I'm looking back just to make sure I don't make a mistake here.
I'll tell you, I think it's number 3. It's in
Ooh.
my top 3 movies. There was a couple that edged it out, but I think that's more of a me thing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now that we're getting to the okay.
I mean, that's a lot. That's a tall task, even just trying to get it narrowed down. But I would say I can say just off the top of my head, it's probably number 3. It's in my top 3
Well, I
movies we
want to
covered.
stay consistent. Now that you brought that back to my mind, and I looked it up, I have to say my favorite so far is probably Toy Story 2. Um, I'm a broken record. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Sandlot is going to be in my new list. It's going to be in my top 20 for sure. I just don't know where it's going to rank as far as all time favorites. But it's hard for me to put me on the spot. It'd be in the top 5 for sure. It might be number 4 or 3, but I'd have to do some digging to figure out which one where they would land. But Toy Story 2 is my favorite that we've covered so far. I'm sorry about that.
I'll put you on the spot. I was just thinking about it before, so I kind of gave myself a heads up. I put you on the spot. But the movies we covered, not like a total, just
Yeah.
the 49 that we've covered. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I would have to, for the rest, don't ask me, what my other list is, but I know what the
I can tell you what 49 is.
Now I have to think about that because we have covered a few stinkers there, but
I don't
what
think about it at all.
are you wanting to reveal your 49?
I can reveal the 49 is pretty easy. It's Flintstones.
Flintstones, okay.
And I saw that in the theater.
I mean, it was a rough watch, but there's so much nostalgia tied up in that for me. As bad as that, just cheesy as it's just, I don't know. It's just it strikes a chord with me. So I think it might be down toward it might be 49. I just can't. I have to look again because I know we considered a few stinkers. But yeah, I think got some good comments there. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, saying congrats from Mustaches and Coffee and Gal Guy 88. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean this has been absolutely awesome. Just thinking back, we're kind of doing it right now. We're thinking back on the movies we covered as much as we're recovering the Sandlot. This is our 50th episode, so we can totally think back on ones that we've done. Okay. All right. I got to put Galaga Guy up there. Hang on. Here we go. Is that true? Is that true, Seth? Is Perry and Poppins?
I was trying to think what 48 would be if it would be Chitty Chitty Bang Bang or Mary Poppins. I think there's one other, if I look back in here, that might contend with it.
You got the 93 Mario Brothers. That's another.
That's a pretty bad movie. I don't remember if I hid that in the attic, though. Did I?
I think you did.
Okay.
That's
Well, that would
why
be a contender then. It would be a contender. That was pretty bad.
I got to put you on the spot. Like, Mary Poppins or Mario Brothers? Which one's going to play slower?
Oh, out of those movies? Oh, man. I think I like Mario Brothers more than Mary Poppins, honestly.
There's people that regard that as like the perfect musical, and they're just like,
are you kidding me? I don't disagree that it's a good movie. I disagree that it doesn't hold up. And there's people that have that love for it, have nostalgia for it, which I don't have. I never saw it before.
Yeah. No, it's your list. Like don't.
I'm just saying, if there's like a movie, let's say there's a movie back in the 50s, okay? You never saw it, ever.
Yeah.
Somebody shows it to you, you have to watch it. You sit down and you're like, I didn't get that movie at all. That's what I saw when I saw Mary Poppins. That's what I saw when I saw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I'm sorry, it's the same scenario. You just got to look at it from my eyes because it's a fresh perspective. It's not. I'm not watching it as a child.
Yeah, it's your list, and everything you're saying, you weren't wrong. Like it just doesn't age as well. I mean, you can still enjoy it. It's just it's gonna have some things that didn't age well.
Mustaches and Coffee, you asked for it. They're giving you an answer there. I kind of want to see your list of rankings of the top 50. So are we going to do a combined list or do we do separate?
I would be up for any. I mean, that's
Okay.
it ultimately comes down to what do you guys do? You want our own separate? We did that before where we went back and forth, like we counted it down. I think we did 10. So like, I would do my 10, you do your 10, I do my 10. We also did where we combined
Yeah.
scores.
Yeah.
We actually did a numerical score, but we just put them in rank. Our number 10 combined is this movie. We didn't exactly give the score, so to say, because our rankings are, hey, did you take it home or are you leaving at
Mhm.
grandma's? We keep it more simple. But when we did that, we actually did like a score to
Numerical.
get them lined up and ranked. But I'm game for any both or just one of those. Either one would be fun. I think I'd have fun with it. It's one of those like,
I feel like a fresh movie that I've never seen before is going to get like a higher ranking than some, like you know what I mean, like than something, because they're combined. It's a combined list. It's going to be all over the place. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I love the combined list that we did. It was a lot of fun. The
yeah.
dog's licking me.
It's thinking you're talking to him. That might be an option though. I mean, that's something to consider for sure. We could definitely look at that. Um, but yeah, we'll keep that on the back burner and let us know, in the comments or message us, all that good stuff. Like if that would interest you, because I would totally be game for it. I just don't want to do it if nobody like, oh gosh, this is. I mean, we could try to keep it on the quicker side. We don't have to dwell too much on it, but I know that would take some time to. I almost feel like we should do one more since we've got technically 49. This is our 50th episode, but we're recovering an episode movie we've done. So maybe get it to that even 50. I don't know. Maybe we do that. I would totally. That'd be a lot of fun actually to try and do. So we have not got to another rating though, Seth. So what is Granny's family friendly rating going back to the Sandlot? We got to make sure we got our bases covered. Pun intended.
I
So
think Granny told me it was a B. I think.
okay. So keep that in mind. It's got some. I catch a lot more stuff as an adult. A lot of stuff went
Yeah.
over my head as a
Oh
kid.
yeah. Oh yeah.
They kind of mumble it under their breath, but there's actually more swearing in it than I remember.
Yeah.
Um, there's the whole pool scene with Squints and Wendy,
Mhm.
bordering sexual harassment, kind of is. We laugh
He's
about it,
a
but
kid.
right there's that scene. You got some tobacco use, that scene, but that's still, yeah, it's they kind of get what they deserve for it if you look at it from that perspective.
Gallagher guy just said something very interesting, which makes me feel like now I feel like I have to. I probably shouldn't, but Gallagher guy said you just need to go back and watch all 49 movies. What he doesn't know is
Whew.
I prepare for these podcasts so much. I've seen them countless times, each of them, except for like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Mary Poppins.
Except for those.
Everyone I've seen multiple times. And some of them I've seen up to 5 times, just the one episode. And I love going back and watching them. It's just finding time to do it. It's a very, very difficult. That's a lot of movies.
Yes, I think that would be an undertaking for sure. I mean, a cool
From each.
cool concept. But that would be a lot, yeah.
Uh,
to undertake for sure.
well, let's say this. It wasn't blank check weird. Like
Yeah.
Sandlot wasn't, it didn't go there.
Well, it's like, he gets hit and it is repulsed. I mean, that's talking a whole other subject. Like blank check was just weird because it was both sides, and it was just like,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. He slips the fake drowning in there, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of a prank, if you want to call it that, or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, don't do that. Not saying it's good, not in any way, but obviously it's fictional movie. It's just being silly and fun, and they end up going on to have get married and have 9 kids, so it worked out.
So
But
maybe she didn't charge him with the account.
she did the right thing. She hit, she calls him a little pervert and throws him out of the pool. and it does that and then storms off. But I mean, she does. That is kind of like, yeah, it does kind of go back to the blank check because she does wave to him, and it says
Oh, the
afterwards.
way he runs away after she waves at him is the cutest thing in the whole movie. I swear. He's like so happy. He's all charged up now.
Yeah, you got to enjoy that. Well, we got so much. That's it, folks. We covered the Sandlot. Thank you so much for the comments. We got so much excitement though. This was such a blast. Thank you everybody for joining and all the comments going on. I'll be honest. I mean, we're giving away. Show it off there, Seth. This is kind of our time. I'm gonna switch it
Well,
over.
I was planning on doing that the
Yeah,
white and blue because it's more classic. I personally like the white and the blue, or the blue and the white, the better. But this one I'm wearing now is pretty similar.
yeah.
And then I got the smalls. You're killing me, smalls.
Yes, gotta have those. Those are. If you're a Sandlot fan, I think you're gonna want one of those. But we're only doing the jersey, not the Killing Me Spells. You'll have to get that one yourself. But honestly, we just wanted to come have a fun time. I guess we didn't think through like how we're gonna give this away, but this is what we're gonna do. One's on our newsletter. That's how you were entered. But if you're here right now, comment, just say jersey. We're gonna give you an extra entry. And we're going to do a giveaway. We'll do it separately. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I'm sorry. But we want to make sure everyone's accounting for it. We want to honor you guys for coming in and hanging out with us. That's how we want to do this.
Yeah.
So if you want to get that extra entry form, if you're on our newsletter already, you're going to have an entry. We'll contact you when you've won. But we will be able to reach out to you if you comment now, if you put jersey. So that'll get you an extra one. That'll increase your odds because this is awesome. Seth's got his on. I'm deciding to save mine. I'm not wearing mine. I'm representing Reds, as you can see. I thought it was appropriate with Sandlot, but it's just exciting. It's just awesome. Can't get over how excited we are because this weekend, again, we've announced it on our social. We have May 16th through the 18th. We have partnered with the Plaza Theater. They're located in Miamisburg, Ohio. So come on out. They have the Sandlot playing. If you haven't seen the Sandlot on the big screen and you're in the Ohio area, it's going to be a blast. Come on out. They are a one-screen theater, but they can seat up to 288 people. It's a big theater. So it's going to be so much fun. They have a festival going on that weekend. So you could go see the Sandlot. You can also check out the city of Miamisburg. There's a lot of cool little shops there. It's just gonna be a fun weekend overall. I mean, come out and just have some fun, but come especially on Saturday because I'm going to be there on Saturday. The showtime is at 4 p.m. So if you want to come out, we're gonna have some special prizes that day, some extra handouts and things like that. If you go and have coupon, we're going to be sending it out this week. If you're on our newsletter, you will get a snack size popcorn that you can show to the concession stand. So you can take the popcorn in and enjoy the show. It's on Plaza Theater. They are offering that. We're just really, again, excited about it. We just think they're just awesome to be working with them. Fortunately, Seth's not going to be able to make it since he's in another state. But what are your thoughts on all that?
I think it's about the coolest thing that's happened to us. These last two comments have had me cracking up. I'm sorry.
We got Jersey. We'll count that Jersey or New Jersey. So there you go. Mustaches and coffee. You get yourself an extra entry. And Gallagher Guy 88. I mean, it's based more in what is it? North Dakota,
California.
Utah, or it is California. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Utah. Maybe it was Utah. That's another maybe one.
I'm really excited. I think it's awesome that we're teaming up with them, and who knows, maybe we could do another movie down the road. That would be amazing.
Yes.
And I can come. That would be awesome. So I'm really excited for you guys.
Yeah, and that's another thing about Plaza Theater. They're playing the Sandlot. They play older movies, but they also play new movies. And what's I think really of value is tickets are always $5. And I just actually talked to a coworker. He's like, "Yeah, I went to the movies the other." He's like, "It was so expensive," and I think he was saying it was like 15, $20 for a ticket. And you're talking, you take your family. I mean, somebody joked around, another coworker. He's like, "You could just go to Kings Island for that price. Like, go ride some
Yeah.
rides." I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about the pricing of movies. I mean, $5. We think of that as a good deal today, but I remember when you could go to a brand new movie, the state of the art movie theater, and that's how much it was, $5, $6, somewhere in there. But yeah, if you come out, $5 for a ticket, you can bring the family, bring grandma, have all the family, bring them out, because we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a family friendly environment. Just the Plaza Theater, again, they're awesome, just great people to work with. But come check us out again, May 16th through the 18th. And there's going to be a door prize. So I'm going to leave that a mystery. You're just going to have to come out and see what it is. It's going to be worth it for that prize. But we're going to have some goodies. We have like some, especially if you have your kids, you're bringing them along, like those color sheets for like the Sandlot. If you're on our newsletter, little goodies like that. We're going to be on Saturday specifically when I'm there. So, just check us out. We're just trying to have fun and connect with the community, because we know there's a bunch of people out there that have a lot of memories with movies like The Sandlot and many others. And like Seth said, maybe we do something in the future. Maybe it's a newer movie. I know, like, you got Lilo and Stitch. I know that's coming up pretty soon, but you have like Lilo and Stitch this year. You got How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. I believe Zootopia 2 is coming out later. Maybe more like November time. So who knows? I'm not saying for sure, but maybe we can collaborate on a new movie if that's something you guys want to see. That would be a lot of fun. I mean, we could consider movies if they're sequels, like Zootopia 2. We can consider Zootopia leading up to it. We'd love to hear from you. Just comment and let us know your thoughts on that. Yeah. I just saw. Thank you, guys. Yeah, make sure to smash that like button. Thank you guys again so much for supporting us. And yeah, Mustache and Coffee brought out a good point. All the money goes back to the local community. So that's another thing. You go to the theater, 15, $20. It's all practically going towards the movie studios or that theater. And a lot of times it might be in a city or a suburb. Plaza Theater, they're a local community. So, I mean, they're just a small business. There's a special surprise going to go on as well. And I just want to, there's going to be like all these little fun little mysteries that I don't want to spoil. And the only clue I'm going to say is there's a certain memorabilia that's like the Sandlot. It may be at the theater if you come out. That's all I'm going to say. Some kind of item could be there if you come out to the theater. And like I mentioned, all kinds of other stuff. So yeah, be sure you check us out on May 16th to 18th. Like I said, I'll be there on Saturday, but go check that out. If you've not seen the Sandlot in theaters, I think it's a must. You got to go, especially. But who knows? Maybe it's something, again, we revisit in the future. Well, anything else, Seth, before we wrap things up? This is our 50th episode. So just anything in closing?
It's just been a blast. I'm so grateful that we've been able to do this and revisit, one of our favorites. We both said it was one of our favorites, so it's awesome that we made this our 50th. It's a lot of fun,
Yeah, absolutely love it. And again, we're just getting started. It feels like we've got again, we got this coming up with the Plaza Theater. That's what we're really highlighting. But we'll get back on track with movies each week, and we're going to put those polls out where you get to pick the episodes too. So keep that all in mind. But thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. I know Mondays they can be kind of a lot too. But before we wrap up, I guess go ahead if you want to tell Seth, everyone, where they can find us.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can email us at movies@grandmahouse@gmail.com. We have a newsletter, so keep up to date with all things Movies at Grandma's House. We are on Patreon, and you can also go to our sponsors at movieposters.com and type in Grandma's House 15 at checkout for 15% off.
There you go. Shame on me for not putting those QR codes up sooner, but
You're fine.
big shout out to
We
Movie
got it
Posters.
in.
I got it in. I got it. Yeah, we usually give a highlight to movieposters.com. But yes, go check out movieposters.com. It's just fun to go browse and check out movie posters that you enjoy. But if you decide, hey, I want to get one, Grandma's House 15, there it is again. Use that at checkout. And I'm going to put our newsletter up there one more time. Because again, if you have plans to come out this weekend, make sure you're on the newsletter to get that coupon for the free popcorn. There's other perks as well. We have the free template for making your own customizable ticket for home movie night, all that good stuff. So make sure you're all signed up. Make sure you're all subscribed and all that good stuff. Big thank you. We got some comments coming through on the congratulations. Let me highlight you guys real quick. Thank you, Galaga Guy 88. Next 50. Yeah, we're ready. We definitely got the list. We got the list of movies. So we're gonna be going through them there. And Carolina Girl, thank you so much. And thank you for the quotes, contributions there, because you got to quote Sandlot. So thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the podcast. And congrats also from Mustaches and Coffee. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We had so much fun. This has been a great time to just kind of reflect back on, 50 episodes. Still can't get over that. It's just crazy to think about it. But I'll do it one more time for movie posters, since I didn't do it before, in case anyone wanted a link. But you can just go to movieposters.com. But there's a QR code in case you want it. But definitely give a big shout out to them. We've been working with some great people. It's just like we can't speak enough. Movieposters.com. Great people over there. Plaza Theater, who we'll be working with this weekend. Great people. So go check them out as well. All right. Well, that's going to do it, guys. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us, for all the support that we've gotten all through these 50 episodes. But that's going to do our time. That's going to be our time at Grandma's house for now. But don't worry, we will be back soon. So in the meantime, remember to be kind and rewind. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everybody.